What's up, 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 what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Hello, how are you? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, earth angel, mystic, medium, witch, and messenger of God. And the crowd goes wild. Hey, how you doing? I pulled everything out, and then I was going to put this off till later, and then I saw my Egyptian cards, and I was like, that makes sense. What am I doing? I don't know. I got a burst of energy to sit here and read a bunch of cards, but then I pulled out dark cards, and I was like, I don't want to read that. I was like, I'll put that off for an hour or two. And I went to put all this down, and then I looked down and I saw the Egyptian cards. I was like, oh, okay, something. What's up, everyone? In order to keep up with me, I have to catch another video or two because it's probably going to leak together, especially when we're talking about the Egyptians. We are on a celebratory week with the Egyptians. Every day this week we have, sorry, I got to download. We have a Day of the Gods that come in, so I'm on a daily schedule with them, and I'm finishing up some online teachings for you guys in general before I leave. So like this morning, right now, I had a bunch of energy, and I was like, I was gonna pull the tarot to see what the fuck is going on, but I ended up pulling out my Black Moon Liliths, my Witch cards, and my Kali card. Like, that's interesting, right? But then as soon as I went to go down, I remembered my Egyptian card. So we were with Set, and he was taking us through the initiation of leadership yesterday, and that's why. That makes perfect sense. I knew it. I got the download. I was like, okay, that's why I stopped in the middle of it. Why am I filled with energy? My own energy. Today is my day. I was like, what is going on? Why am I so filled with energy? Today is my day. I have many lifetimes, which will help you discover yours once you start going through this lifetime. I've had many lifetimes, and I was the Isis as well. So today is my day. That explains a lot. What does this mean for me and you? Let's talk about it. Day 4, the birth of Isis. Card meaning. Is your back against the wall, or have you painted yourself into a corner? This card is all about getting out of a sticky situation. Sometimes help can come in ways you least expect, appearing like a miracle from the celestial heavens. So that's it. We speak about it, and then later I'll come and testify. I mean, I'm blessed and highly favored. This may be an outside influence coming to save the day, but it will more likely be a solution to you discover on your own through sudden inspiration. So that's what I mean, is there's 2 doorways open. I saw this yesterday. There's a doorway for a twin flame to come in and save the day. But alternatively, it's that I'm going to figure out a way through this other doorway if he doesn't walk through that one. When appearing in the figure position, this card is a reminder to not worry about your present circumstances because they are going to change for the better. On the card, Isis is shown with the headdress of Hathor, spreading her wings to protect the deceased pharaoh as he rules in the afterlife. Here's the history. By the late Roman period, Isis, the goddess of healing and magic, became conflated, with many other goddesses. Rescue me through your command, the one who makes terror in enemies. She was responsible for protection over the nation of Egypt, not just against their physical enemies, but also for the continued salvation of the nation's spirit. And she did this by warding off chaos and preserving order and stability. Her temple on the island says Isis was more effective in staving off enemies than millions of soldiers. The best minerals connected are the red jasper. Open! Is that the jasper? No. I always get them mixed up. I mixed these 2 up because I bought them at the same time. One's a jasper, one's a garnet. Who knows which? I don't know. I really don't. Sorry. I get them mixed up. If I had to go, I would say this one. Am I wrong? Probably. As the most powerful goddess of Egypt's pantheon, she may be invoked for virtually anything, but especially for divine protection against spiritual or physical threats. Well, how lovely is that? While I was reading that, I just want to point out, I was always the protector of the people. I was always the protector of the people. I was always God in the woman form. I was always God in the woman form. Going back to my bridge, that's who's coming up next. The goddess Bridge. You know, they were my people from Celtic Pantheon, but then they stole my people and enslaved them and took them over to Haiti. And then I had to conform and become Mama Bridge, which is about the voodoo. I went from, you know what I mean, that's just it. That's the shape-shifting abilities, is I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect my flock. And I'm going to use all forms of magic to do so. And that's just really the truth. That's just really, really the truth. I've always been the mother. The mother. I've always been. That's what I was created to do, is be the mother. So, yeah. Fortunately, I didn't mother God's kid, so he's a little pissed off. Ha! I am not the mother, actually. Actually. So, yeah, we're going into all of me then. So, all of me. We got Isis, Lilith, and my Kanye card, or my Kali cards coming up. That makes perfect sense now. I didn't know which one it was. I didn't know. We have one more day with the gods, and then I'll do another 10-day reading, and it's over. And I'll see you 10 days after that, and we'll just do updates in the community page. And you'll keep up with your healing in my story, or in my current videos, and I will release older videos for shadow work according to the days of the week, so that you can go back into other videos and learn more shadow work. My stories, you don't need to hear more of me going through chaos. You just need to hear how I overcome chaos so that you can overcome chaos. That's what the whole Isis taught you. Yes? Chess. Alright, let's keep it going. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. So ultimately, like I said, I wanted to pull some tarot to see what the fuck is going on. I can feel a lot of going on, but I don't know what it is. In the sense of, I'm way up here and you're down there doing some shit. What are you doing down there? So we're going to pull from my Lilith. So we normally do this on a Wednesday or a Saturday or something, but there's something blocking the light, meaning I can't see. Blinded by the light. I said, are you losing your powers? No, I'm not in your energy. That's what that means. Where are we at? Mercury. Communication and truth. It is a Wednesday? No. Why are we on Wednesday? I told you I can't explain it. Wednesday is a Mercury day, and that's when we usually pull these cards. We're living in the future. I guess. Let's talk about it. Oh, yeah, and, you know, somebody kept talking. Who was it? Oh, when I did see that dumbass tarot reader, she kept talking so much about Mercury retrograde like it don't happen all the time. Maybe this time you'll learn how to ride the retrograde. Not likely. Happens like so many, I don't know how many times it happens a year. 3, 4 times a year? It cycles out, and you guys act like a fucking psycho. What does Mercury retrograde mean? It means that you guys go into your fucking... your old ways, pretty much. It's the easiest way to describe it. I laugh. I'm like, oh, they're about to become karmic again. Everybody becomes very karmic. I don't know how to explain it. That's just the best way to say it. Alright. When the Mercury Oracle card appears, it's time for you to tap into the alchemy of your thoughts, speech, and written word. Oh yeah, I said that yesterday. I did a whole reading about how you can't focus your thoughts and your words because then it becomes solid. And then Royce came and, you know, passed the baton and was like, you know, thoughts and words and this and this and this. It really is. You have to control your words and you control your thoughts. It's better not to say anything or do anything because then you're going to create... It's better not to create madness, is what I say. The way your mind is moving, that's your magnetism. You're literally... How can I do it? They're showing me a card. Remember those old little cards that you could pull back and then they would go by themselves? Your thoughts, you're pulling back your thoughts, you're pulling back, and you're about to take off into this bullshit that you're creating inside of your mind. All is in mind, and your words are the spells that fashion masterpieces of your reality. This is the Hermetic universal law called mentalism, a powerful manifestational practice to integrate during your alchemical journey. Your thoughts and words create the frequency and vibration that attract people, places, and things into your life. Okay, let's stop from the fact that you have power over this, and let's start taking away the power that you're using that you don't know you're doing. I'm not going to tell you how to start using this for positivity. I need you to understand how to eliminate the negativity that you're currently using it for. When a negative thought comes in of fear or worry, if you feed it, it will come. That's where it is. It's not that you can't, that they don't come in. What are you going to do? You have to tell your mind before your mind starts coming up with a plan. Tell your mind what you're going to do. I'm waiting on God. God's going to take care of this. What did I say? I'm telling my mind what I'm going to do, and I'm telling the universe what's going to happen. I'm waiting on God. God is going to take care of this. God is going to show me a way. God will do this. You tell the universe, and in essence, you tell God to be God. God, do something. Okay? When I know what I'm doing, I tell you, God told me what to do. I was guided. You'll always hear me say that. I was guided. I finally know what to do because I was told what to do. I surrender it all to Him because in essence, my plans don't work out. They just don't. And I'm seeing this, when I gave up on the twin flame situation, I remember standing in a shower just crying. I don't know what I want, God. Every time I go after what I want, I find nothing but pain and destruction. You know what's best for me. I give it to you. And that's it. What am I going to do about... there's so many things. Where am I going to stay? God hasn't figured that out yet. How are you getting there? God's working on it. What comes next? God. He does this. If I give it to Him, He does it. If I say I'm going to, what I think I'm gonna, I think, then I'm in charge. And I don't want to be in charge because I can't. It's too much. It's too much to run my life. One day you're going to get to the point where you realize, I've had enough, dude. I just don't want to anymore. I'm no good at this. I'm tired of it. I know I can figure some shit out, but you just do whatever you do, dude. Just make this easier for me, please. So that's what you'll hear me. You'll hear me say that a lot. I give it to God, and I speak it, and I tell my mind, calm down, God's got us. I tell my mind, I tell the world, I tell everyone, and that's how it is. The words that come out of your mouth. So when the thoughts come in, I turn them off. I speak over them. I speak life over the deathful thoughts of me. And by that I mean the thoughts that will kill me. You know what I mean? What if? I don't have to worry. God's got this. I speak faith over the periods of when I don't have any. And it shuts my mind up. I have to shut my mind up. I have to tell it what to do and what is going to happen without it telling me that something terrible is going to happen. Because ultimately, what is your mind telling you? Worst case scenarios, always. When you receive this card in an oracle reading, the opportunity to speak publicly or step into the spotlight is also coming. Yeah, it comes with the fucking job. Again, I don't believe I'm going to be standing in front of your face. Be confident. I feel like if I did that, dude, your guys looking you in the eyes, like all that energy would just knock me down. I'd just collapse. I feel like if I did that, dude, I'd literally, standing in front of your souls and taking on all your flesh at once, I'd collapse. There'd be too much energy. In the sense of you're all hopeful and helpful and loving inside, but the skin you carry has all the darkness that you know what I mean, that speaks to me. So I was like, oh shit, this might be too much. Be confident in your voice and don't be afraid to share your ideas with the world. Your power to manifest is increasing. Harness it by channeling your thoughts into the direction of your dreams. And that's it. I don't want to fuck this up. I want to say I got it right because I don't want to get it wrong. So if I don't take full control, and that's a surrender, not in the sense of God's going to make everything better. He's going to show me what's the right way, and I'm going to have to make this better. We work together. I co-create with Him. I don't go into something and then ask Him to help me. You know what I mean? I go into I don't know how to describe that. Like, I'm going to do this, and I hope God helps me. I hope that it works out. No, I'm going to do what God says, and I hope that I do what He said. I hope I do this right. Not like I hope He comes in to save the day, but I hope that I can do what He's telling me I can do. It's just a shift. It's just shifting, not responsibility, but yes. I'm making Him responsible for my life, so that I can be a little bit freer about the things and not be, you know what I mean, not feel like everything is on my shoulders, that I don't have to figure out everything all by myself, because that's what drives me to craziness, is I can't. We're not built to know everything. I don't know I mean, I can come up with some great ideas, but ultimately I've shown, in my 41 years, it can only take me so far. And then God comes in and I have to go somewhere else. So, I just let him drive the fucking boat. Like today. That's why I'm doing the cards. What am I supposed to do today, God? I'm filled with all this energy. I ain't got no weed. I ain't got no responsibilities. I ain't got shit to do. What am I supposed to do today? So I come to the altar. God, tell me what to do. Truthfully, I come to him. I don't want to come up with ideas unless they're good and helpful. Not every idea is a good idea. Not every thought should be spoken. Think about that. Or don't. The Mercury is the messenger, master communicator, wordsmith, and cosmic magician. The planet Mercury is associated with Hermes, known as Thoth, who served Isis to the end. Thoth was the scribe. Hermes or Thoth was the scribes of the gods, the patron of writing, learning, intelligence, mystic, magic, and alchemy. As am I, a patronist, a freaking profiteerist, the messenger of God and the people. We, the people. Mercury represents communication, thought, speech. It is the closest planet to the sun, fastest moving planet in the solar system, rules over the air sign of Gemini. Hey, and I woke up to Allie this morning. Allie. Hey, that was great. Allie was like, good morning to everyone, except for my ratchet ass people in the hotel. I didn't know you talk like that. That was so sexy. Say it again. Say it again. Call somebody a bad name. Just behind closed doors. I want to hear it. I've been dying to hear Lewis say bitch. I want to hear you. Call me a bitch. Call me a bitch. It's not sexual. It's just cute. It could be. It could be. Anyways, and the earth sign of Virgo. Oh, then there's those dudes. Gemini rules over the social side, and Virgo is more analytical. Yeah, you're too serious. Why so serious? Mercury in your chart determines how you channel information from your imagination into the physical world. How do you channel? What's in your pocket? So me, myself, and I. Are you a verbal leader, creative wordsmith, verbal genius, emotional communicator, expressive speaker, analytical wizard, balanced discusser, intuitive thought, broader perspective, realistic and grounded, logical intelligence, emotional, and feeling? I don't know, because I don't know your birth chart. Get the books, and then learn your chart. These are pretty much one of the most important books you should have. All right, so what's blocking us is our communication. That's not blocking me. Can you hear me now? I think I communicate quite well. What am I missing here? Who's not hearing me? I don't know what you're saying. You guys are always using subliminal messages on a low frequency that I don't have the brain to understand. How do we transmute their bullshit? Elevated status. I got the power. Speaking of Lewis, what you doing, Louie? Louie. He's my Capricorn. My elevated status, obviously. Imposter syndrome is creeping in, and you are doubting your accomplishments. Are you? That sucks. The cosmos wants you... I mean, I was a little weary this morning. I'm like, ugh, you're really going to go into the woods? Sounds like a great idea until you're scared. Everything's a good idea until you get scared of some shit. The cosmos wants you to let go of... Have faith in yourself. I can do this. What's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to get maybe cold. I don't know. It can't be any worse than anything else. This card shows up. The opportunity to level up, and gain recognition is well on its way. I told you it's coming. Ugh, fuck. Can't be me forever. Gotta be more me. Don't let fear self-sabotage what's to come. Break the glass ceiling and shift the structures that are holding you down. Where are we supposed to go from here? Hey, Marshall, you want to wrestle? And, JK. That never worked. I'm going to stop telling you that. What do you want to do? You want to get spiritual? Get down on it. Get down on it. Get down on it. Come on, let's go camping. What you doing? What you doing for the holiday? Today's the day the players play. You want to come play? You want to play? Who wants to play? Hey! Louie, what are you doing this weekend? You gotta work? You're always fucking working. Fucking Louie. You know he has a house up there. And you know he, owns part of the Broncos. He could get us into some shit. No! We're gonna get into the freaking go-karts and race his ass. We're gonna demolish you when we see you, bro. Dude, I feel like if I don't win, Royce will. That's my money's on Royce, if it's not on me. If I have to for some reason forsake myself, then I pass my legendary powers on to Royce. He's gonna kill you on the cart. Somebody else know how to drive? I don't know. You guys are full of secrets. We could rent that thing for the whole day. We can even put on suits and be like Lewis. Sure, why not? Fuck it. No, I'm not burning my balls. Anyways, Capricorn is a cardinal sign. The red coats are coming. Symbolized by the sea goat. They're all goats, aren't they? Which excludes leadership, status, structure, hierarchy, tradition, and power. Ruled by the cosmic disciplinarian Saturn. And that's it. We're always pushing our Saturn. Pushing our limits. That's what me and Lewis do. Push it to the limits. Not really. He's just pushing his pedal. Him and his big wheel. I miss you. Capricorn represents the patriarchy and the authority. If you come out with you looking all super sexy again today, I'm going to slap you. Him and his ice bath. Ice, baby. Is there room for 2 in there? You're going to be all shriveled up one at a time. Just kidding. Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn sparks rebellion against tradition and oppressive structures. Like Madam C.J. Walker, the natal Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn, broke down systematic barriers of oppression as the first black multi-millionaire, something like Lewis over there, by building a hair product. No, but Lewis went bald and got hair, so he might have used this stuff. Ha! I'm telling your secrets, Lewis. That's okay. He was. Go look at his pictures. He lost most of his hair in his 20s. But now, look at him. How'd you do it, Lewis? How'd you do it? Share the magic. Just kidding. Come here, let me comb your hair. White girls always want to touch black hair. Come here, let me touch your hair. Nah, it's not fully black. No, you got a white mom. It's coarse. It's not full. You're not full bred. Mud bullet. By building it, if we had a kid, do you think it'd be more dark or white? Because you have white blood. What do you think, Lewis? It's black or it's white? What do you think? I don't know. That'd be great, right? What if we had a whole white baby? You'd think that it wasn't yours? Great stuff. By building a hair product empire in the 1900s, Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn paves a unique path forward or upwards. Russ? Nobody's talking to you. Obviously. He's like, what about me? Yeah, Russ posted. I told you ever want confirmation that Russ is the fly around the bullshit? He's flying around there, the Lord of the Fly. He put in his caption of his picture something. I didn't see that till today. I don't be looking. I try not to. Said something about hit the spiritual ceiling this year. Bro, you're not spiritual. You haven't touched the ceiling. You're 10 feet under in the dirt still. You have not pushed any ceilings. You're pushing my limits. Come on. I'll teach you how to actually be spiritual. That's what I told him last night. Oh, I hit him hard with that. Hit them both. How are you supposed to be winning when you're losing? How do you lose? I make jokes about it, but I don't understand how she loses so many every week. Every week. She started out with 952,000 people. She is now down to 942,000 people. She loses them every week. And that's what I told him. You're supposed to know about energy. This is simple fucking, you know what I mean? Science, dude. Simple science. Simple Simon. It's a losing energy. You can't keep losing and think you're going to win. How is she winning if she's losing thousands? You must understand, if I'm hanging out with somebody, and that's what I said, hanging out with somebody and they've got shit-ass karma, I'm catching it too. Because I'm in your energy. In essence, if I'm in your energy, then I've got shit karma coming to me too. And it's not, and I could do everything to protect me, but now I'm in yours, and so I'm guilty by association. Here's a great example. Happened to my daughter yesterday. She came home all upset about it. 2 girls got into a physical fight. 2 of the softball girls, but all of the softball girls stood around and watched it happen. So all of the softball girls, the entire team got shut down for the season. They're not having softball because of it. All of those girls that didn't swing, didn't get in it, but didn't stop it and still were part of it, all had to pay the price. They lost it. How do you think their parents are going to feel? They wanted them in softball. They put all this money in for these girls to be in softball. And because they wanted to sit around and watch other people be negative, they lost their experience at something positive this year. Guilty by association. All of them. They're all kicked off the team. They might recruit new people for the team because Oklahoma and some states are big about their sports teams. But the whole team, all of them, because they sat around and watched. All of them, the whole team is out because they didn't fucking stop because they were there. There wasn't one of them that wasn't there. They lost the whole team just by watching, just by being part of it. So I go back to Russ and I'm like, Russ, you're not winning She has a losing energy that is making you lose money, time, energy, respect, value, everything. As far as him saying he went through the spiritual ringer, no, you didn't. And that's what I told him. You went into your shadows and became your shadow. You were a shadow of yourself. You were walking your childhood traumas. You're supposed to go in and heal them, but instead they have completely overtaken you. You're a whole walking childhood trauma right now. You think she's going to help you? She's a child. Your mom can't help you. She raised you like this. You're fucking your therapist, and that was when you made perfectionist on your 32nd session hasn't gotten you any better. You going on tour is not going to help this. Whatever Kanye keeps doing is not going to help him. He's just trying to help the outside so he can feel better inside, but it's not helping. You're in a negative energy. It's from inside, and it's destroying your outsides because you're literally the shadow of yourself. Now, you are the darkness calling in all the darkness. It's so simple. That's what I'm trying to tell him. It's not about putting down your girlfriend, bro. She's down, and she's pulling you down more and more and more and more. Each of your songs is becoming more and more negative, humiliating, and disgusting. Your actual demeanor of how you talk to yourself, how you're looking at yourself, your insecurities, you're turning into a shadow. You have lost all of your light, all of your enthusiasm, all of your confidence, all of your joy, all of your happiness, all of the things that make you quirky. You don't go out and play. You don't go out and you're not part of collective anymore. You're her servant to your feelings. That's what happens when you link up with the weakest link. You're fine. I'm perfect by myself, but the second I get around my ex, he blows up and becomes all perfect, and I turn into nothing. They're energy harvesters. They take our joy, our ideas, our money, our resources, our happiness, our outlook, our fucking friends, our family, and use them for their own self-gain. My ex-husband, both of them are friends with my entire family. The same family I don't speak with. My family is friends with every single one of my exes, even people I dated. That's what got my brother to become a black belt in jiu-jitsu, because I introduced him to my boyfriend, who was a UFC fighter. Do you understand these parasites? And that's what I said too, is, they go out and now next thing you know, they're friending your friends. They're talking to your people. They're hanging out with your family. They're, you know what I mean? They're all part of your life. They have literally submerged themselves into your entire being just because you wanted a friend. Russ, I promise you, I would be so much more proud of you if you kicked her and had 4 other brand new girls in the bed with you. At least I know they're not, you know what I mean? You're back to you and not her. You have power now. You have no power over what is happening in your life. You were powerless to a 23-year-old with a succubus that's literally sucking you off, that you made a song about. I love the way you swallow my babies. You would never say that, Russ. What are you going to do when you have a daughter and she hears that song? I made this about your mother. No, I made this about this insta-ho named Jonica. You forget. Here's a great example. Halsey and G-Eazy. They had all that fun making that song together, and now they can't get off of it. They just can't get away from it. It's there. Why you so obsessed with me? Hey, that was pretty fucked up. Did you guys see that? I said, why is Mariah Carey coming in? Why don't we like her? Then I saw that her mother and her sister had a freak car accident. Or not a car accident, a freak accident, and died. Coincidence? I think not. I think not. Did she have that coming? Well, everybody dies. How does this affect her? I don't know. We'll find out. Does she have any feelings? How does she feel about losing family members? I don't know. She's a weird chick. Who knows? And that's what it is. God puts towers and stuff. But going back to this, that's what I said to him. It's like, I don't know how you can't see the simple science of this, that you can't win with a losing energy. He's carrying a whole losing energy. And then that's what I told him too about his family. They're losing energies. They're not winning. They're not doing anything to help themselves or others. They're takers, not givers. He's a giver, and everybody's taking everything from him to where you can't even recognize him anymore. And I said that. I'm like, is there a human in there? I can see right through your flesh. I don't even see your soul anymore. I don't even know if you exist in there. And that's what we think about Kanye. Is there a human in there? As a result, you can build up fear around your power. The key to stepping into leadership role in your personal and professional life without apology. Your reality will shift once you release the limits on yourself, not the other way around. Meaning, I can't do this because. No, I have to do this because. And you guys watched that first video, my first ego death. I have to admit that I have to take a risk and try to flirt with Tree. Why? Because he made me feel good. I had to take a risk. Why did I go after Tree? Because I looked up and I realized this guy makes me feel safe. He makes me feel heard. He makes me feel special. He makes me feel seen. I want to get closer to him. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. But I want to. This is how he makes me feel. Why shouldn't I try to get closer to him if this is how I like how he makes me feel? I was scared of it, and I knew it was going to be bad, but that was really what I was going for. And it ruined everything, and you know what I mean? I lost him. I lost everything. He lost his mind. We all lost everything, but what did I go after? A good feeling. It didn't make sense, Tree, but you did. That's what I looked up. I had a friend. I had someone next to me that knew me, that heard me. I could be myself. I could talk to him without my makeup on. I could tell him all the terrible things about me. He made me feel pretty. When he told everyone I was a rapper, I felt so special. And I wanted to be closer. And that was codependency, and he totally pushed me away. But he didn't understand it, and I didn't understand it. We didn't know that. I didn't know how to put that into words till this year. What makes us attracted? That. You know, and that's it. You got to give yourself, and that's that whole video is my whole brain is, you deserve this. You can do this. You can do this. No, it's going to ruin everything. No. Your feelings matter. Don't you? Your feelings matter. Your feelings matter. I had to do this. I had to pump myself up, a whole video, and that's what started this whole awakening. It's telling myself that I mattered and how I felt mattered. And that's what this is all about, is realizing all that matters. Feminine shadow work. It's time to release attachment around power and recognition. Instead, align your soul's purpose. This makes you more magnetic versus repelling opportunities that materialize for you. That's the truth. I love Russ when he's being Russ. But when he's out here trying to act like he's a rap star, and he's this, and he's that, and he's got everything figured out, you disgust me. Truthfully. Masculine shadow work. Control can be a toxic masculine trait. In fact, the best way to alchemize this shadow is to provide stability and security to those around you. Where have you not supported the feminine energy in your life? And that's it. Let's start with yourself, please. Why are you not supporting your own feminine energy, which is your feelings? It's where it all starts, guys, is acknowledging I have feelings. They hurt. There's good ones, there's bad ones, and I want to get to the good ones. But that's what this is all about. What or who has questioned your authority? It's time to challenge the imposter syndrome. Nobody's challenging me today. I mean, you could. I don't care. You don't have any power or authority, so whatever. There's always those that try to say they're more spiritual, or they know energy or something. There's always someone. I have money. I know how to make music. You don't know shit. You know only what's taught from you, and if it's not from the heart, then really you don't. In the end, why can I beat Lewis? Why am I going to beat Lewis in a race? Because he's doing it to win. I'm doing it to have fun. If you do what you love, then you'll always win. I would love to just race you with the intention that I'm going to win. No expectation, just the intention. And I'll say it enough that I know I'm going to win. How I'm going to win? Because I'll have more fun. You were too serious. You took this way too serious. It was just supposed to be fun. And that's what I mean. You know, whatever your intentions are is what makes you a loser. What you're doing it for is what makes you a loser. Why do I win? Because you win. And that's what makes me win. I do what I do to help other people. So that's what makes me the ultimate winner. Even if I'm sucking in my own life, it's helping other people. So that's a win. It's a win-win. It's not about getting my life right, but all of us getting right together. So you can stand there and tell me, you know, I make all this money as a card reader. Yeah, but you don't help them. You just make money off of fucking their pain and suffering. You know, I'm a huge fucking, I'm a platinum artist. You didn't help nobody. You just made money off of, you know, talking shit. You know what I mean? Lewis, I'm a, what are you, Lewis? Lewis is a million things. But you're not really helping anyone, Lewis. Not really. Sorry. It's true. Giving your time and your resources isn't the help. Giving yourself is what's really. I don't want anything from you guys but you. Can you just come and have a conversation? Can you give me some of your time? Some of your energy? No, I'll shoot you a couple bucks. Here, I'll buy you something. I'll you know, I don't have time for you. I'm too busy. All right. And that goes back to a childhood thing. Everybody was too busy. They're too busy to give us their time. Oh, what's the outcome? Cancer. Honor your emotions. Told you. We are all in the fucking... What? That was a good one. Sorry, it just kind of is. Again, I speak it, and then I just got to pull it so you can understand it. Pull on your heartstrings. Here's my Cancer. Brian. What's up, Brian? He's hiding from me, too. I told him I was coming back. I don't know. I don't know what you're hiding from. You got baby mama drama, too? I heard about it in the club. The universe wants you to know that your emotions are valid, and this is your time to heal and honor them. When this card comes to you, the cosmos is asking you to stop neglecting your own emotions for the sake of others. That's what I told him yesterday. I said, you have a chance. That's what he doesn't get. There's a door open for anybody to walk in, but he's the last one to walk through it. I said, the door is open, Russ. Everybody says, what if I could go back and do this again? God has given you the opportunity, fully, but you have to fully do it again. You have to quit the tour, quit the family, quit the girlfriend, and come heal with me like you were supposed to back then. You'll have to do it again. Kanye will have to do it again. We always have to go back and redo it. You can't just give up. You have to get better. You have to get stronger. That's what I told him. You can. There's nothing stopping you, but you. And then, you know, I waited like 5 minutes and I could hear. But what would, something to the effect is like, I'll let everyone down. I'm going to let everyone down if I do this. I said, if you don't do this, you're letting yourself down. Because you're not going to get no better on this tour. Life is not going to get better for you. You need to heal. And that's what I told him. You know what I mean? He's like, it's fucked up, but it's the truth. It's like, God gave him an opportunity. Do it again and do it better. Do it right this time. Don't half-ass this. And I hit him with that, and then he posted, I'm going on tour. I was like, I guess, buddy. And that's it. I'll fight for you till the end, but then what am I fighting for? It's the end. That's forgiveness. That's unconditional love. I shouldn't care to help him after everything he's done to hurt everyone. But hurt people just hurt people. He was just hurting himself, trying to make himself better. We're all just children, bro. And so that's where it is. It's like, what do you do, Russ? You're going to get over there and steal more. You know what I mean? What is going to happen when he does this? He's not healing himself. He may make some new fans, but it's not going to help. They're not going to buy his expensive clothing line. They're not going to help him build an album. None of this. The year is over. He's lost. And by the time the holiday comes and he sits in the fucking sadness of, I have nothing to show for myself, I'm exactly where I started, that's what I'm trying to help you avoid. Because I've been there, and that's where I'm at. I'm going right back home to start where I just left. I got to start over too. Exactly the same way. I had to come here and start over again. We go back to where we were so we could do it better. You know what I mean? And that's what it was. It's like, he didn't want to hear that. He did not want to hear that. And that's why I told him, the door's open to everyone, but you needed to hear it most, because you're the one that thinks that that door isn't open to you, of all people. I can heal you, bro. I can help you. Don't touch me. That's what I told him. But ultimately, you know, it's that. It's like, where are you going to take these emotions? Where are you going to get this healing? Who can do this for you? Who can see it and talk you through it? If there was someone, then you'd do it already. You'd go to that place, wouldn't you? I'm just saying. Home is your sanctuary where you feel safe. It's time to review and clear that is not aligned in your home life and emotional world. And that's what I told him. Just leave her. Just leave. There's nothing in that house that makes you happy. You just live in it. Just leave it to her. She loves every part of it. It'll be there when you get back. Or maybe it won't. She'll destroy it. Fuck. Who knows? Come on. Just bring your music. Bring the dogs. Bring your broken heart. Wear this out. Symbolized by the crab, the zodiac sign Cancer is an emotional water sign ruled by the mother moon. When black moon Lilith is here, the mother is the main character in your life. She may have projected her emotions onto you, making you responsible for soothing her and neglecting yourself. That's what happened to Russ. Russ had to become her fucking husband and father. He had to father those children. He had to become the man that she didn't have. And that's why he stands on, I take good care of my mother. I take care of her, because nobody did. Because he watched how bad it hurt her not to be taken care of. So he came in and he took care of her. And that gives him, you know what I mean, authority. But then he also, you know, he feels good doing that for everyone else. But nobody's taking care of him. Or your mother may have been a dominant force in the family, normalizing emotional strength and matriarchy. And that was my mother. She didn't cry, she just worked. She just worked. She just worked and screamed. She didn't know she was sad. You just knew she was mad. She was just pissed off. You didn't know my mom was sad. She didn't show sadness. She just showed anger and happiness. That's it. Princess Diana of Wales had Black Moon Lilith in Cancer, and her relationship, as we were talking about them, her relationship house, and consequently a turbulent life with the royal family. Both your thoughts and emotions make up your energetic frequency. Again, emotions are a barometer for what is aligned for you and what is not. And that's it, how you feel. If you don't feel this, then get out of this, because you're not going to feel better about it. If something does not feel right, make decisions using your intuition. What do you mean? Don't listen to your mind. Listen to your heart. The mind's going to fight real bad. It's a dingy fucking, it's a mud bath between the conscious and the unconscious. I have many videos of it. Like when I quit, when I retired, my unconscious is fine. And I described it. I was like, I'm sitting on a beach with a non-alcoholic drink and the breeze in my face. But my skin is screaming and crying and we're going to lose everything. And it's just, you know, on fire all day. My mind is freaking out, but my heart knows that everything's okay. So I have to spend a lot of time telling myself, it's okay. I have to talk outside of myself so that my mind can hear it. It's okay. God's got us. Everything's okay. And then I can see other people that are worrying, and I have to tell them what I'm telling myself. Divine Feminine Shadow. Traditions exist only because one person started them. Sometimes being a catalyst for change isn't the most comfortable, but you are bringing healing to your family line. Mr. Plum told a story this morning. We were talking about, I don't know where it came from. Oh, I said my kids. They took off. I was like, I'm so lucky to have great kids. That would make everything worse if I had asshole kids. She's like, yeah. It's like, and he says this story. He says, I know this couple. They had 12 kids. All of them became doctors, lawyers, all great professions. Then I know people. They had 5 kids and ain't nothing. None of them worth the paper they were printed on. And I turned to him. I said, it's not their fault. It's generations and generations and generations until somebody comes in and changes it. I said, Mr. Plum, your parents changed it for their family. He said, you're right. Mr. Plum's family, his parents, they didn't get an education or any of that. They weren't. His mother was pulled out of school to go work to work in a diner, and his dad he never got to go to school and work in the fields. Well, got some school, but ultimately they were denied. But they changed the generation, and then, you know what I mean? It's just that. I'm nothing like my family. I'm nothing like my family. But I was part of them. Somebody had to change this. Somebody had to break this. Somebody comes in. There's one black sheep to break the curses, to walk away and start the new ancestry. You know, all your ancestors are not great. They're not. Look at you. Look at your mother. Look at your father. Even if you and your mother and your father are, you know that there's some darkness in your family. If you see only light, that's because they're hiding it. But the darkness is heavier than the light. The light doesn't make it really through. You have to be reborn of it and bring it back to the family. So incest, in essence, what this means and what it's calling for is for you to be that, to break the traditions. Visualize sending love to your child's self, closing an old wound. I didn't break traditions. I was a teen mother just like every other one. But I did. My daughter is 23 years old and she hasn't had a child yet. I did break traditions. But no, all of us had children and we ended up, and that's where me getting married and me living happily, we break the traditions. We're breaking it. But the only way for it to really work is to break us, because the women we are is not, you know, I'm seeing my sisters, both of them have men, but relationship. They're the masculine of the relationship. Meaning, I know my sister, you don't fuck with us girls. We'll throw you the fuck out. This is my house, this is my life, you're just living in it. We're not submissive. We weren't raised that way. Those girls were raised by their daddy. They're definitely not that way. And I was raised by a very irate mother that didn't like men, or that hated men. So it's in us. And then you take on the boys, they're not submitting to some bitch either. It's just in us to not to be cold, standoffish, over independent. It's been passed down and passed down and passed down. And that's where I'm breaking it. I'm gonna break this, and we're gonna be good. Divine masculine shadow work. Your mother is the first relationship you have with a woman. Taking time to understand your dynamics with her can unlock any blocks you are experiencing with the divine feminine. Again, memories are hard for someone like me to come by. But what do I remember of being in the home? Just trying to make her happy. So she stopped being mad. Just stop being mad at me. Please stop being mad at me. She was always yelling at me. Everything was my fault. I didn't know how to do anything right. It was all my fault. Stop messing with your brothers. Take out the dog. Why didn't you clean the house? Everything was my fault. So I would do anything just to make her stop yelling at me. Love? Hold me? Nah, bro, just stop yelling at me. Stop hitting me. Stop yelling at me all the time. And then I grew up and did nothing but yell at my kids. Just yell at them. I was yelling at them to clean up messes. I was yelling at them to do stuff to protect me, to protect us from Mom coming home. I don't know. I realized that when my awakening, why did I have such bad OCD? If I don't clean this up, something bad's gonna happen. What was I afraid of? My mother. She beat the shit out of me. I don't know if she slapped my brothers. I don't know if she hit my brothers. I can't see it. I can't see what she did to them. There's a lot I can't see. And again, you know, I didn't know this. I didn't know my mom was a bad mom. I was the closest person to my mother. I loved my mother. She was my best friend. I guess that really perplexed my brothers and sisters to know that I could love her so much. There's something happened in Las Vegas where she went crazy on me, and it was so triggering that my sisters left. I don't know what she did, but it was so triggering. She went crazy on me because I didn't clean up the room before the housekeepers came in, or something like that. I don't know, really. I really don't know. Why did she take it out on me? I don't know. I don't know. Again, I don't know if she took it out on all of us. I don't know. I just lived in that body, and I don't have many memories. But I remember her just always mad. Just so mad. She'd be fine. We're walking in, and she tried to put her key in the fucking door and just started screaming, "Motherfucker!" She would scream so loud, like you were just so scared. Just scared. So I guess my whole life I grew up just don't be mad at me. Why are you mad at me? What did I do? Why? My people pleasing came from a different way. I don't know. I still love her. I'm not mad at her. I don't understand. That's okay. Because if I asked her, she probably couldn't tell me why she did it either. She'd tell me the same thing I tell my child. I was hurting. I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, I don't know who your mother is. And even if she wasn't my mother, and she still wasn't good enough for you, because, you saw people that have better mothers, give her, some love, because she did her best. Nobody tells us how to be a mom. We just do our best. And as far as loving, that's hard when we don't know. We love our children, but being close is a whole nother thing. And that's how it is with me and my daughter, like, we don't say, I do, I'll tell her all the time, I love you. Thanks. But for us, it's like, poopy face. That means I love you. It's just how we've learned to communicate. We've learned how to use different words to communicate, because those words don't feel comfortable being used. She doesn't feel comfortable saying that. But she has other ways of expressing it. And, that's mom too. I can't say she didn't love me. And I can't say that my dad didn't love me. They just didn't know how to express it. I don't know. So, yeah, shadows. I guess, fuck it. Why not? Again, we don't control them. We just have to face them. I didn't want to sit there and face that, but we have to. Because every time we sit there with it and look at it a little bit harder, we have more compassion for it. Look at yourself as a child. What happened to you? Oh, I don't know, really. Is it her fault? No, I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. I mean, I do. She was way fucked up. Talk about violent. Her mom was a drunk, and a violent drunk that would abandon them. The stories about her beatings were unbelievable. And then you got my dad, who, according to, I don't know, whoever, his mom, when they'd get off of school, she'd strip them naked, or strip them down to their underwear so they didn't ruin their clothes, and lock them in their bedrooms for the night. So, I came from mommy dearest on both sides. If both of my parents were being tortured, I can't really expect them to be great parents to me. You know? And so all I can do is not torture my kids, hopefully. That's all we can hope for. So, you know, if you want to dumb it down, what's the easiest thing we can do? Let's try not to hurt our kids. That's what I mean. If we don't heal this, they feel it, bro. They feel it. Let's get into the witches. Let's see what the witches have to say to us real quick. And then we're going to close with the Kali card. Nothing like a good cry. It feels good to cry. It hurts, but it feels good. This one's popping out. Spell casting. Oh, I just got that bitch. She seems like a little fucking great fucking witch, right? There's a tarot reader that I shared a couple times. I tried to send Russ over to get him to clean him off. Her prices are unfucking believable. But she does all of this. Moonlight guidance. It's in her. I just hit her. She just dropped a video. I saw it before while I was loading my last video, and I hit her in the comments. I said, you're gonna pay for this. First off, she does all of this spell work without knowing who she's doing it for. You can't just do that. That makes you a dark practitioner. You don't know these people. Give me your money and I'll do work. She does all kinds of it. So she posts, that's where it was. It wasn't a movie, it was in her community page. She posted somebody's review. She said over 1,000 5-star reviews. She offers all of this witch stuff. She's a real ass witch. She does all of this. She does all of these manifestations, love spells, hexes, all of this shit. She's an all-you-can-eat fucking witch buffet. But she comes out as this, I'm here to do love readings and all this stuff. But when you get into it, you're like, you're not a tarot reader, bro. You're a whole practitioner. And so she shares this, and she said, this person lists off that they got like 5 services. They must have paid at least $3,000 for her services because they're expensive. And they're saying, I'm now feeling better. I'm starting to have a better life. You charge them all that money. I had a girl come to me in the beginning. Not in the beginning. She came to me, and she said that it was I'll tell her whole story now. I sent the pictures to Marshall. I couldn't believe it. I was like, look at this. She says, I think I'm under spell work, dude. I tried to kill myself and my boyfriend last night. And she sends me the pictures, and I'm like, holy shit. And my intuition, it's totally verifying it. So I said, all right, I'm going to do this, but you need to leave him. And I sit there and I record it. I do a whole cord cutting ritual for her. I use all my magic on this stranger. I've never done this for someone else. But now I know it's serious. She sends me the pictures. She almost killed herself and killed this guy. And I'm like, I'm going to do this for you. And I do it free of charge just because I have the power and I can do this. And then I get pissed off because 2 days later she's right back with the man. And that's it. We can do the work, but you have to do the work. But at the same time, you shouldn't be doing that. God gave you a gift to heal people, and you're using it for your own self-gain, and that's what I told her. You're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for that, bro. You're going to pay for that twice as much. You're going to pay 10 times for fucking charging people for their own healing. God gave you a gift to heal people, not to steal from people. She's going to get hers. And that's it, too. It's like, she does all of them. Do all of that shit. She'll put love spells. She'll do all of that shit. Not even ask a fucking question. She doesn't know who she's doing this to. And that's what I told her. You've used your work on earth angels without knowing. You're going to pay. Meaning, I made the mistake of telling people to go over there, and they used her practices against me. Who does that come back to? You, the practitioner that did this. They had no power. You gave them the power. You became Lilith. You gave them the power to destroy others. By your knowing. You're going to pay for that. Number 7. You could be seeing 777. 1111. I am. My stomach is hurting really bad right now. I'm hungry. It's not just, it's hunger. I'm really hungry. Manifestation. Again. Become one with your personal power, magic, and intent. As lightning crackles all around the powers of extremity and are present in the highest form, propelling your spellcasting abilities to fully awaken, or to have the power of creation streaming from your fingertips. And that's what I do. It's in my fingertips. Your desire to whip up a storm, or just to click just one click of your perfectly manicured fingers to influence the full, excuse me, I'm getting downloads, influence and take full control of any given situation, to instantly manifest your wishes into being a dynamic effect in your testimony to residing within, the residing witch within. Sorry, I was getting lots of them. Okay, this is going back to using your words to create, to manifest. Abracadabra. With my words, I will create. With my thoughts, intentions. What it is. I have an intention. I'm going to use these. I'm going to use the elements that I know work with these intentions, and I'm going to use my words to create magic. Ta-da! That's how it works. I want to look at this real closely because I don't want anyone learning some stupid shit. Give me a second. I'm not teaching you something. You buy these books and you blow your head off, that's your problem. I'm not teaching you something that is going to get us in trouble. By magically working, that's why most of my videos are closed down right now. By magically working with mystical forces and the cycles of nature, along with a little hocus pocus, you have the power to manifest your wishes. It's only your fears, doubts, and worries that deny you the natural witchy powers. I'm seeing Peter. God gave him the power to walk across water. What happened? He started to doubt that he had that power. He didn't doubt that God was real. He doubted that he couldn't hold the power. At some point, he started to think, what if I fall? And he fell. That's what it meant. How come Peter, you know what I mean? What did it mean? He doubted not God, himself. He doubted it. He already had it in him. But at one moment, in the blink of an eye, he thought to himself, what if I fall? What if this wears? What if this isn't real? And that what if became real fast. A way to do this too, another thing, you couldn't possibly because you don't have it, so I can teach you this. You go to the casino. You go to pull the lever. Your intention is to win. But in the second of it spinning, is your mind spinning that fast that says, it's not going to work. Maybe it won't work. The slightest bit of confusion or lack of faith makes it not work. To be powerful is to believe in your power. That's it. You guys believe I'm far more powerful than I am. And that gives me all the power over you, is your fear. I can only become more powerful by believing in myself and the powers that I hold within myself. But again, when you see me doing it, it looks like that funny movie. What was it? That was a funny-ass movie. Hold on a second. Dinner for Schmucks. Did you see it? Did you see how they start pretending to shoot each other at the end at the dinner table? They're like literally casting imaginary, things out of their fingers and stuff. Do you remember that part? That's what we do. You're never really going to see it. I mean, you can. I can show you using scientific equipment because it's the unseen, but it has an energetic field. But yeah, you're going to see me doing shit like that. When I grab it, you can't see it. When I grab the energy, can you see the energy in my hand? I can. And I can see it move. But if I stop, if for 1 minute I think I'm crazy and it's not real, it's gone. I no longer have it. Your imagination is your intuition. If you can imagine it, it can be. So what I'm saying is, going back to Peter, that disconnected. As soon as that's a touchy subject when we're over here. Peter is a touchy subject to religion, to Christianity, to Christ. If you want to know the truth, Peter is a touchy subject to Christ. For God gave him all the gifts. He gave him all the reason to believe. And going back to it, Peter was inconsistent. Let me see where this is. What does it say? When the books were open, this talks about the prophecy of Christ. Overcoming fear and doubt. I was looking for this one and I found this one, and that was about Elijah. I gave that to you yesterday, which again was Sandalphon. Samuel, terrible sins. Peter's relationship with Jesus was always inconsistent, meaning he wanted to believe, but he couldn't. He couldn't. His brain kept getting in the way, and that's why he ran. He couldn't give up his position, bro. Paul? Nah, bro, I'm done. I'm done killing Christians. I'm done. It's real. That's why Paul became, you know what I mean, more mightier than any of them. Robbing from Peter to pay Paul. Peter worked for the churches. Peter was part of the whole fucking, you know what I mean, collection plate. We robbed from Peter to pay Paul because Paul was spreading the good word. That's the true story. It's a great story. It's a tragic story. But going back to it, Peter confessed that, you know, he swore up and down that Jesus was real, but he didn't believe Jesus when he said he was coming back to life. He lacked the faith. He spoke the words, but he lacked the faith. And that's what happened when he fell in that water. He lacked the faith. When Moses stood with the staff, it was just a piece of wood. He didn't lack the faith. I believe. And so there it was. And so shall it be. Your belief is everything. That's it. So going back to it, you know, spell casting and stuff and all of this, your power is within you. If you start thinking that something bad's going to happen, your belief becomes real. And that's where worry is so dangerous. Worry is a part of the mind. You can't stop it. You have to have the power over the mind. You must not overpower, but nurture. You can't really take over the mind. You work with it so that your mind starts trusting your heart's knowing. Your heart tells it it's okay long enough that your mind starts to believe your heart. But when the mind gets weary, it turns to the heart. What do we do? And then you tell us. And if you don't tell your mind what you're going to do, then your mind's going to tell you what to do. Because it's been in control since the beginning. So when Jesus wasn't telling telling Peter what to do, his mind was, because his heart wasn't true. His heart wasn't telling him the truth. He was filling himself with good words, and that's Kelly. Kelly wants to believe the twin flame, you know, what it says. Just worry about yourself. Just worry about this. Just do that. No. You can't just fill yourself with the words and then it happens. And that's what Christians get all mixed up. They study the word so that they can be filled with God. But they're not walking with the word. They're just putting it into them. A lot of people get mad at me because I'm more powerful, because I actually practice what was preached. You study it. You don't apply it. You haven't even touched it, let alone to master it. And that's really the truth. You know, I'm a master manifester. What are you manifesting? Show me, and I'll show you mine. I'm a healer. Who are you healing? What have you healed? Show me, and I'll show you mine. I'm a psychic. Show me your prophecies, and I'll show you mine. I'm a medium. Show me your spirit guides, and I'll show you mine. You know what I mean? I'm a tarot reader. Well, fuck, you're probably much better. But once you start doing it, I start showing you that you're not reading them right. Where does this all come from? I have more information in my mind, or I have more truth in my heart. And so your mind wants to fight because you know better from what's been put in your head, and you want to fight the truth that pours out of my heart, which you also know is true. You're really just fighting. You're just competitive. You don't like the fact you thought you were more powerful. You thought you were this. You thought you were that. And I come in, and now you feel weak, and you want to take me out. Because you thought wrong of yourself. Now you want to think wrong of me. How does that happen? You thought yourself more mightier than me, so you came after me. And by coming after me, you discover that you're not more mightier, but you had no power. And now you're even more mad because you didn't just accept it your own way. That's all it is. You project it on me only to project back to yourself. I'm nothing more than the mirror in front of you, bro. So going back to the spell casting. A spell is a prayer, is an incantation, is an affirmation. Your words with your intentions. And if you use the elements outside of you. That's it. God bless. Amen. Okay? Let me see if there's anything. Again, I don't want to teach you guys something I don't want to teach you. Look to the moon as it reflects your intentions, and reach for your dreams as its soft, mystical lunar energy surges through you. And that's what I said. Where are you moving? I move with the moon cycle. I know to plant a new seed, start a new life under a new moon, because the elements of the energy are ripe for it. Farmers knew when to plant their seeds. I move with the outside world. That's what she posted. That was hilarious. You're a fucking fraud. Neff, I saw it. Again, they pop up on one of my pages because I haven't said don't recommend it on this page. I already did it on my Lucky the Phoenix. Ooh. See? I want this message out. When I get over on this page, they pop up again on this page. So anyways, Neff put on her community page, she has a picture of all the planets, and it says, stop blaming me for your problems. It is your problem. Those are you don't know those planets. You're the problem. The planets are moving energy to you, and you're not working with them. Truthfully, and she's one of those ones that keep blaming Mercury retrograde on who? You? You're still the same old same hoe over there pulling cards. Step purposely into your... Anyways, as you learn to command and trust in the invisible source called energy, all right, the change for new beginnings and welcomes... I'm getting a whole download. Why do they want me to show you that? You've seen Dragon Ball Z, right? Energy flows through me, but it's outside of me. There's all this energy. It's here, but it's also in me. So... I can take this energy, which you can't see. You can't see it, but I can take this energy and I can grab it. It's hard to catch, right? You have to keep it into a triangle. You have to catch it. Now I've got it grabbed into mine. Hold on. I'm showing you what I do before I do it. Okay, hold on. I gotta clean my chakras. Hold on. Because whatever I grab, it's going straight into me. So I have to make sure that I can take it. Miss Fry has me do this a lot. She has no idea what I'm doing. I'm looking at, it looks like I'm looking at my card, but I'm looking into another reality. And I'm moving energy. So I'll grab it. And I'll hold it. And then I'll take it. And I'll push it down into my arms. And I'll keep the energy within me. Okay? Now it's inside of my hands. I haven't let it go. It's still here. I haven't pulled it back. Do I pull it into my heart? Or do I replace it somewhere? And that's where I can do a lot of this. And I can put it. I can place it. I can move it. That's how I can change the lights. That's how I can do all of that shit. You can't see it because you can't even see the energy. And you can't see it. You feel it. I can feel the heaviness in this room. I'm going to swoosh it up. And I do a lot of that. I'll turn it into a tornado. And then I'll put it down. I'll hold it. I'll transform it into something else. And I'll push it away. I really do all that stuff. But again, you know what I mean? You couldn't see the magic that God gave you. You just had to believe in it and use it. And that's why I said it looks kind of funny. It looks like Dinner for Schmucks. You got to go see that. I'm going to share that. I'm going to find a video of it because it's so funny. It is the best part of that movie where these two try to use their imagination to have a battle at the dinner table. It's the best shit you've ever seen. It's the best shit you've ever seen. But it really is kind of like that. That's why you can't see what's happening at Skinwalker Ranch. I can see it, but I see energy. What does that mean? Neo. Remember, they took out his eyes and all he could see was the numbers? He could see all of the programming? I see it. Not like that, but I see it. That's it. It's there. And what is it? It's spirit. We just use the word energy. It's just spirit, the spirit of everything. I can move the spirits. I work with the spirits. But you can't say something like that already when I'm saying a witch. So I tell you I'm an energy worker. But I'm a mystic, a medium, a this and that. It's all the same. It's just how you want to call it. So it feels good in your fucking, in your mouth and your ears. Step purposely, let's see. As you learn to command and trust this invisible source called energy, the chance for new beginnings and welcomes change is offered through this magical act of transcendence. And that's transcendental beings are above consciousness. We believe in something that's not in the mind. Step purposefully into your omnipresent abilities as a witch and honor the wise ones who walk before you by reclaiming your inner power of spell-binding magical manifestations. It's all yours for the taking. And that's how I can bind them. I can stand in front of you and I can close your chakras like that. That's what I do. From the crown to the ground, I close you down. Simple shit. It's all that. Do I need to use my fingers? No. I can use it in my head. I can do that too. But it's cool because it's part of it to actually hold it. Can you see anything in my hand? No, but I can feel it. Just it. You'll learn it. I'll teach you. Not right away. Let's see. Light side unveiled. Your manifestation skills are strong at this time, so keep your focus sharp with positive intentions as you visualize your dreams or take magical action to effortlessly bring about true results. Okay, your that's all we've been talking about. We're supposed to be planting seeds. Well, no, you're not. You're supposed to be cleaning it all out. We have a couple more days of cleaning out the closet. You can't put something new in the closet. You can't put new food in old. You can't put, you know what I mean? You can't put a turkey dinner inside, last week's fucking refrigerator. It's all filled with last week's food. You got to clean out last week's food before we put in, the new food. It's kind of how I'm seeing it in a weird way. I don't know why I saw a turkey. They were like, put the turkey in the refrigerator. There's too much food in there. Then get rid of that shit and put the turkey in the refrigerator. Okay, put the turkey. Put the lotion in the bucket. That was funny. You guys got that dirty one? It got dirty after that. That was a good one. All right. Anyways, yeah. Positive intentions, meaning you got to start speaking good stuff. Stop thinking. It's not that you can't stop thinking bad stuff. Speak good stuff over the bad thoughts. Okay? And if you can't, then you got to sit in the bad thoughts until they become good. There's a lot of this. We've got work to do, people. You want to go work on this? Become spiritual. With positive intentions and visualize your dreams or take magical action to effortlessly bring about true results. And that's it. See the win. See the win. See the win, not the lose. Don't see all the challenges. See yourself winning. What do I see? I see myself hanging out outside of my tent, fucking chilling like a villain, listening to music and dancing and having a good old time. This is gonna work. This is gonna be fun. Hey, did you know that they have blow-up furniture? I saw this blow-up couch that turns into a full-size bed. It's a blow-up couch. They have blow-up chairs. They have all kinds of stuff. I was looking. Mr. Plum got me some bath salts. I'm like, I don't have a bathtub. We're talking Mother Cabrini style now. Even if I get this, and I got one, I saw one, I was like, I want that. It's a portable bathtub. But where am I going to get the water now? Oh, this is going to be so much fun. Anyways. Shadow side unveiled. Be careful what you wish for, as problems, doubts, insecurities, and negativity can easily manifest into form. That's it. You keep thinking about it. It's going to happen. Stop worrying. It's not that you can stop it. It's you got to talk over it, bro. Have more control. Control your thoughts. Just keep telling yourself it's going to be okay. You are not alone. Oh, man. You can listen to Michael Jackson all day long. He'll make you feel better. And that's another thing, too. Change your vibration, people. Put on a happy tune. Change your vibration. Change it. Change the channel. Stop it. You have the ability to feel. I mean, you can't control the bad feelings, but you don't have to sit in them. I'm not watching Marshall's song. You can't make me do it. Russ keeps making me listen to his music and his stories. Ugh. Asshole. You're not even talking about anything. But in the sense, you don't have to be sad. Some things make you sad, but you don't have to stay sad. Be clear about what it is you want. And remember that whatever you direct out will come back to you threefolds. On fo. That's a direct from your angels. Water. Yeah, that's how I do that stuff. So what did I do to start the rainstorm? I just sat there and thought about it. I saw the clouds and I started reaching for them. Started pulling them in. From the east to the north to the south to the west, pull them in. And I again, I made a tornado that sucks everything in. And then I pushed it away so it didn't hit me. Go over there. I just want some of it. It was the best. It was the best. The best. Yeah, I'm magically delicious. I don't do it to hurt anybody, though. Not like you people. Callie. I wanted to not do it, but because I'm out of breath. Let me see what it is. We might save this for tonight. I'm going to just see what it is. I got to feel it out. Because I feel like I'm out of breath. And I'm hungry. Oh. 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 Let's just get it over with. What's happening? Protection. Protection. Like always. Alright. Throma Nagmo. She arises instinctively, responding to a severe threat to your well-being, freedom, and sacred fulfillment. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble, and the pure of heart to move close. That's it. Did you hear that? It's a magnetism. Her fierce form causes the impure to tremble. That's it. Darkness flees, and the pure of heart move closer, and light comes closer. This is her. She is ferocious in her wrath against injustice, and that's it. I've surrendered this, so you know what I mean. If I'm not taking out my wrath, you're getting it somewhere else, a lot worse. Dispense with thoughts of revenge. Pray for mercy for all beings, especially those trapped in patterns of consciousness harmful towards themselves and others. That's it. I pray for you, Russ. Not really. I don't pray for anyone. I talk to God about it. It's not a prayer, because then it becomes a spell. Open your heart to her heart and allow her to attend to all matters of karma while you remain true to your higher self. Callie is so responsive to those in need of her, she will manifest in the ultimate forms to provide the necessary protection. Her fiercest form manifests to support us in confronting powerful darkness within ourselves, others, and the world. In Tibetan Buddhism, the Dakini, or the sky dancer, is a feminine spiritual being offered guidance of protection. The Dakini, known as Troma Nagmo, is also Crow Dakini, is a fiercely protective divine feminine being, and I'm seeing the Dakini cards over there. Feminine being upon whom we can meditate. As we place our focus on her, we enter into her being of sanctuary. Her appearance is meant to be repelling for the spiritual purpose, not to keep us away from her. And that's what's funny. They're showing me that. So I put up my picture with no makeup or nothing. I was like, this is going to repel the wrong person. Keep in mind, somebody was jerking off to me, so that I was like, this might help. But in the sense, they're like, she's so ugly. Leave her alone. But to the light, they're like, she's beautiful. That's what I mean. So allow any fear or aversion that arises as you contemplate her to rise and then fall away. This is how contemplation upon the sacred being becomes an act of spiritual cleansing and psychological release. As the aversion dissipates, our sanctuary within her is activated from a pure, trusting heart, deflecting unwanted negative energies and psychic contaminants. Troma Nagmo is the black, wrathful mother of the tantric wisdom. As our mother, she is available to all hearts who seek her protection, teaching, and assistance. She is a fierce form of the already fierce Yogini from the Tibetan spiritual tradition. As such, she takes spiritual protection to the highest level. She is associated with the Tibetan practice of the Chode. And the Chode is actually, you learn all of this, it's crazy. It's all in the same teachings, because as they're saying it, I'm seeing the Kabbalah, which facilitates complete fearlessness, rapid spiritual growth, and serving of attachment. The word Chode translates as cutting through. Troma Nagmo's presence in a reading indicates that you will outgrow any issue, even if those so persistent as to last for a very long time, or that appear to be beyond your capacity to overcome. This confronting powerful obstacle may be an attachment, stuck pattern, or unhealthy misuse of energy. It may be a set of circumstances you have created or that another has imposed upon you. It may relate to this or other lifetimes. Whatever the cause, her presence indicates it's time for it to end. As you move close to her presence in your heart, you will be able to cut through the mental and emotional clinging to a particular outcome or interpretation. So the situation unravels rapidly, allowing for swift progress on your soul's path. If you felt as though the way forward in any matter of a concern has been barred, her spiritual intervention to clear it is imminent. No obstacle can withstand her will. No suffering can continue in her presence. And that's it. It's over. Her ways are exceptional and expedient, precise and effective. Liberation and enlightenment, empowerment are always the result of her activity. An expanded capacity to accomplish your sacred work is indicated, and it shall bring far-reaching benefit for all. Give up your notion of how things should be and seek sanctuary in the wild, wrathful wisdom unfolding. It may seem to be a chaotic, bumpy ride, and that goes back to Set, the god of chaos. At times, there is a loving intelligence guiding the process, and you are safe. You may not understand her wisdom and method, but you can trust in what is happening, especially the things breaking apart or arising new. Any pain you may be experiencing now is much less than what could have taken root and if certain circumstances were allowed to continue. When a boundary needs to be set, it is sets on the set. It is not a time to play nice, nor to pacify people or circumstances attempting to exploit your good nature. Trauma Nagmo shall not stand for such disrespect, and try to keep the peace by cultivating behaviors that are not self-honoring will backfire. That's it. You can't be nice about this. You're going to have to pull out your sword, and you're going to have to light a fire. You're going to have to burn the bridge down. And if you don't, she will. Authenticity with compassionate detachment is the only way forward now. Trust in her more than you trust in your doubts or fears. She has the power to bring about what needs to occur. Invocational ritual. Say the following while gazing from time to time at the image of the card. Allow yourself to surrender into your heart. Offer any feelings of aversion, letting go of faculties you're releasing into her healing protective fires. Okay, I just wanted that straight. All right, Wrathful Black Dakini, Mother of Wisdom, Grace, and Power. Trauma Nagmo, Kro Dakini. I bow before you with respect. I surrender to your workings. I humbly offer you the attachment, karmic seeds, and obstructions of mind and body so that transformation and liberation may occur for the spiritual benefits of all beings. All defilements submit to your liberating presence. Hai Ma Kron Dakali. Allow yourself to imagine, intend, visualize, or feel invisible shackles falling away from your soul, your body, your mind. You may even physically sense or hear them as they hit the ground with a clunk before melting into the powerful cleansing fires that rise to consume them. I'm seeing that video again. Bazi, beautiful, where you're breaking free. Even if you cannot sense such a thing, trust that it is happening. Notice how you feel, perhaps clearer, freer, more able to breathe, and expand more natural and easier as constraints are released. You may feel different and not yet comfortable in this difference. That's okay. Gaze again into the image of the card. Place your hand on your heart and then lightly touch the same hand to the card as a symbol of gratitude and acknowledgement of the Divine Mother's presence in your life. So I'll do it like this. I touch my heart and I turn it over. Again, I used to do a lot of these hand mantras that I didn't know I was doing and what they meant. A lot of them with Buddha. Oh, my stomach. Gaze again and da-da-da-da-da. Finish with your hands in prayer and bowing your head. You have completed your invocational ritual. What did we learn? What did you learn from my class today? that you're protected, that you're loved, that you're magical, that faith and hope is everything, that your words are all powerful, that your thoughts can be poisonous, but they're important, that mostly what's wrong with us and how we treat people has to do with how our mother treated us, how most of us are really here to fix things for generations that never did before us, and it wasn't fair. But if we break it, our kids won't have to feel it. It's a good teaching. I didn't expect it on a Tuesday, but that's where it is. We're in our strength on our Tuesday. God who gives us strength. And He didn't just give us strength. He gave us a lot more. He gave us the willpower to live. He gave us a reason to live. He gave us, the way. We're going to fuck it up. Trust me. But we'll get it right. As long as we just don't give up. You know what I mean? And it's never too late to start. And it's never too late to start over. Keep starting over. Just don't give up. Don't accept failure as a consequence. Don't accept unhappiness as your life. You're not supposed to be unhappy. It's supposed to be challenging. It's hard. But you're not supposed to be unhappy about it. We do shit we don't want to, but we're not supposed to be crying and hating it. We're like, fuck, I'll do it. I don't want to go to Walmart. Fuck it. Let's go. That's okay. But you're not supposed to be going, dealing with things that just really suck the joy out of you. That's the devil, as they say. You know what I mean? You're supposed to have feelings, and that's what we talked about today in our, honoring your feelings. Elevated status, using communication and all of this. This is a really good teaching. I gotta say I'm getting better at teaching, but that's because I'm getting better at learning. I'm actually knowing how to teach you what I've learned. That's really the truth. I've learned all this. You'll get the documentary will come out when I get to it. We're getting to it. And that's why I'm taking this time off, is to get this, this healing out to everyone. But I still need to heal other people. You know what I mean? And myself. There's always healing to be done, Feelings. It's all about your feelings. Your feelings matter. You matter. How you feel matters to me and to God. It might not matter to anyone else. But I promise, you being happy really makes a difference to me. Because I know what it feels like not to be happy. And the feeling of being happy is so fun. I want you to feel like I do. We can't control it. It's not forever, but everybody should feel that way sometimes. That's why I do what I do. Not because I can be rich and famous off of this. I'll have to be famous to do it. And it'll come with riches, but I promise you, the fame is only to get to more people, and the riches are only to help those people. Got a plan. I've always had it. God gave me this plan. We were always going to build better communities, a better way of life for people. But we got to build a better way of life for ourselves inside. That's where this all started again. I had a fight. A part of me told me that I mattered and I needed to speak up for my feelings and take a risk with a person that I trusted. I didn't end up with that person, but I ended up trusting myself and following those feelings more and more. And look at me now. I can feel God and everything in it. I can feel the whole universe. I can feel the past, the present, and the future. You feel me? I hope so. Hey, I love you. I'll catch you later. Bye.